I'm Mike. Welcome to my shop here in South Texas. Today we're going to finish up part 2 on the boat ark birdhouse on a rope project. And today is mostly about using a D-Wave 3/8 beading tool. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Oh, and thanks to my first subscriber, Rondi. No, she's not my wife. Thank you. I'll start by getting it balanced with a 1/2-inch bow gouge and then just working toward its initial shape. Speed it up just a little bit. I have the initial shape, so now I'm going to start sanding with a drill, right angle drill with a, I think it's a 80 grit sandpaper, and I'll work my way through the grits. I'm going to use some super glue and sawdust to fill in some of the larger cracks. I was thinking about renaming this the lathe that laid the golden egg. I'm going to add some more sawdust and shavings, and that'll also help speed up the drying process. I'm spot sanding the areas that I glued up with the sawdust with the lathe off. And then I sand it with the lathe on to blend it all in. I'm going to start forming the beads right in the crack where I glued everything together, and that'll disguise the crack. You'll never know it was there. And I've got my tool just a little high. I should have reviewed the D-Wave video before I did this, but it turns out okay. I have one little torn grain area that I'm going to have to work on later. And speed up the video as I just do the beads up and down the birdhouse. Same thing over and over, so we speed it up a little bit. Come back to work on the area where I had a little bit of torn grain and repair that. And you see my tool is lower where it should be. And everything in my shop is full of yellow dust. I start the sanding, working my way through all the grits on all the beads, and we speed it up a little bit. Use a Jacob's chuck and a 1/2 inch drill bit to drill the hole for the rope. I use a 3/8 detail gouge to clean up the end on the birdhouse. I turn the jam chuck so I can reverse turn the birdhouse so I can clean up the bottom. I use some shop tails for padding as I bring up my tailstock to hold it in place to keep from marring the front of the birdhouse. I turn 3 steps to kind of break up the beads, change the look a little bit for the bottom. And sand the bottom going through all the grits. I forgot to press record when I drilled the hole for the bird entry, so I used a Forstner bit and a block of wood to hold it level, and I drilled the hole. Here I'm marking the inside diameter of the entry spot on a piece of walnut in preparation to turn the entry hole. I just push a 3/8 gouge like a drill into the wood. I use a little small 1/2 inch skew to clean up the inside edge. I reverse chucked this using the pin jaws on my big Mark chuck. Then I hollowed out the opening using a 3/8 gouge mostly. And you see the donut as it appears. And I sand it through the grits. Here I turned the perch out of some scrap eucalyptus that I had laying around. And I use my butter knife parting tool to part it off. And I put one coat of teak oil on it with a foam brush. Then after I let it set for a couple of minutes, I wipe it all down